What's up, guys? Dr. Dan over here at Turack Chiropractic. We got Brian. He's our head trainer over at Beat Fitness. We're going to work on him today so you can see what a typical chiropractic appointment looks like here at our clinic. We do three things here at the office. Number one, when a new patient comes in, your first appointment is going to be about 30 to 45 minutes long, so we can get a good health history of you, take a look at all your athletic injuries, your previous health history, any broken bones, surgeries, or anything like that that you might have had that would be causing aches, pains, and different things like that throughout the body. Three things here at the clinic that we focus on. Number one is muscular health. Number two is skeletal health. And the third thing that we work on with patients is rehabilitative exercises, right? So when you're here as a new patient, you'll come back here into this office where we go through the exam. We'll take a look at your paperwork, and then we're going to go through the exam with you, which is about 30 to 45 minutes long, like I said. And always on your first day, you get treated. So whether I do a little muscle work in your neck, your low back, your extremities, whatever's kind of bugging you, we're going to start right on that first day with a little bit of treatment. So we're going to dive right in. Brian here has been a worker outer, right, an athlete for a number of years, and he's had some repetitive injuries up in the right side of his shoulder, okay? And one of the first things that we do with each of our patients is a technique called myofascial release, and a little bit of deep tissue work also. So we're going to do a little muscle work. If you want to come around to this side, Bree, and just kind of see how we work on him. So Brian here has had a little issue in his right shoulder, right? You've been lifting for a number of years. You get kind of chronically tight up here in this right shoulder, right? And so we use a lotion. It's called Sombra. It's a hot cold lotion, similar to some of the other lotions on the market. This one's pretty clean. There's no chemicals in it or anything like that. What Brian's going to feel here in a couple minutes is the heat start to kick on, right? So this lotion has a lot of menthol in it, as well as some capsaicin, which really helps to kind of penetrate down into the pores and will help to reduce some of his muscular aches and pains, okay? So we start our treatments off with a little myofascial therapy, and he can probably feel right up in here. You're a little jammed up in this upper cervical spine here. Your muscles, they start to really tighten up, and when your muscles tighten up, they can cause compression of your head and your neck, right? So the upper trap muscle right here attaches from his shoulder up to his head. Very common in our day-to-day activities. We start to, type and drive, and if you look at people, we start to kind of lose our neck right here. And so one of the primary areas that we work on is the cervical spine. Brian's in here for a little shoulder discomfort today, so we're going to kind of work on his neck to help loosen up some of these muscles up here. Down for me, and left, up, down, left, up, and down. Good. And you guys can't feel this on the video, but Brian's got a big nodule right up here in his upper cervical spine. You feel that little lump right there,
yeah,
man?
Definitely.
And a lot of people come in here and they're living with headaches for years and years and years, Some patients come in here, they're taking, like a new patient this week, 30 Excedrin migraine pills a week to deal with headaches, which is it just blows my mind, right? Generally, when we start to work out the neck muscles, we help to free up the cervical spine, reducing tension on the nerves that come out of the neck, as well as the joint structures down here. Look up, down, good, up, and down, right? Okay, now you're gonna look up straight, up, down. We're gonna move down into his shoulder, up and down, a little bit lower to some of the muscles that attach to his scapula, to his shoulder blade. Look up and down, which he's got a kind of a funky little knot right in here, right? And you may feel when you work out, this thing might kind of flare up a little bit from another issue. So your body, it's really awesome. If one muscle is not working well, another muscle is going to compensate. It's going to take over, and it may become overworked, which can lead to increase in pain, muscular strain, different kinds of aches and pains. Sometimes a muscle way up here in the shoulder may refer pain the whole way down to his hand or his arm or his fingers. Look up for me. Down, up, down, up, and down, up, and down, up, and down, up, Okay, lean right, left, right, and left, right, and left. And all we're doing here is just helping to break up the muscle fibers, much like when you wake up in the morning, and not Brian because he shaves his head, but if you have hair, or if you grow your hair out, you know how if you don't comb it, it kind of gets all knotted up, right? So same thing happens to your muscles. If you don't routinely, regularly stretch your muscles out, they get all balled up, right? You can feel, sometimes if you wake up and your neck's like real tight, your muscles, they grow together. They basically get super glued together. And many people don't ever treat their muscular system, whether they don't go to a massage or a chiropractor who specializes in deep tissue muscle work. And those muscles can create a lot of chronic and complex pain that can affect a number of different areas within the body. Okay? All right, let's go face down on the table for me again. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get Brian adjusted here. You guys will see what a typical little adjustment is typically like. Brian has been worked on a number of times. Go ahead, just put your arms down off the table for me, right? And so we're just gonna start with a little pressure into his pelvis to help get his SI joints and his lower back moving a little bit better. And we're just gonna check the length of his quads, which you probably did some legs this week in the gym, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, quads are a little tight. That's gonna be something that we're gonna wanna work on with some rehab exercises to help increase the elasticity or the stretch of his quad muscles. Ultimately, our goal with each of our patients is to get their heel to their butt, making them really, really elastic, right? So he's a little off today, but we'll work on that off video. Go ahead and take a deep breath in for me. Exhale right out, whole way out, whole way out. Good, breath in for me. Exhale, whole way out. Relax that upper body, good, good. One more breath in, breath out, relax that upper body, whole way out. Good, okay. All right, go ahead, face me over here, left side up for me.
Yeah.
Oh, got a little paper
Piece
on
of
the
paper.
head there. Yeah, hair right there, I got that
Got it.
for you, man. Yeah. Bend this top leg for me. And we're gonna just rock right here. So in our clinic, we generally will work on somebody. Exhale, whole way out, good, good. Roll over to the other side here. Generally, we're gonna work on the whole body. Everything's connected, right? So when you walk, it is a whole body exercise. When you move from sitting to standing, it's a whole body exercise. Breath in, breath out, relax that upper body, yeah, good, flattening your back from it. And when we do our adjustments, our manual adjustments, we help to improve the blood flow as well as loosen up his joints in his spine, his feet, his knees, wherever he's having problems at. We're gonna spend a little more time on those areas in your typical appointment to really address that problematic area, okay? Now the neck is a lot of people come in and they say, I don't want my neck adjusted, right? But the cervical spine is one of the most important areas of the body. Can you zoom up here? So in your spine, you've got your spinal cord, right? Which is the spinal cord, it's housed in your bones of your spine. In the neck, you've got some of the largest nerves in your body, besides the lower back, that come out of your neck vertebrae. So if you have a twisted or a strained vertebrae up in your neck, it can cause aches and pains the whole way down into your arm, right? So a lot of people, like I said, carpal tunnel in previous videos, maybe even this video, a lot of people have numbness and tingling down in their fingers. They might go to a surgeon and get carpal tunnel release surgery, which helps for some people, but it doesn't get to the underlying problem, which is an inflamed nerve that can start in the hand, maybe in the elbow, in the shoulder, or even way high up in the neck, okay? So just relax right there for me. And we're just gonna feel, exhale, relax, good, and exhale, relax that right, good, okay. So that's all it is. It's real simple. We add in a little distraction at the end of the appointment just to help gap his neck open, just to help really release tension, pressure up in his cervical spine. Today's appointment, we adjusted his neck, his mid-thoracic spine and his lower back. We did a little foot stretch also. But here at the office, we specialize in whole body chiropractic care. So if you've got wrist and hand problems, we work on that. Elbow problems, shoulder problems, neck, mid-back, low back, as well as foot, ankle, knee, hip, right? So we kind of hit the whole body. Depending on what your individual problem is, we're going to explain that to you. We're going to work with you to develop a treatment plan that is comprised of the three things that we do: a little muscle work, an adjustment to the area or maybe to the whole body depending on what needs, and then some rehabilitative exercises. So sit up for me and spin to the left. And so Brian, he has been a trainer over at the gym. You know, he's already gone through a lot of the exercises, but one of the things we're going to educate him on today: palms up, elbows in. Give me a nice squeeze back right in your shoulder blades. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you can relax. You're going to do this about every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just for 5 seconds. Nice big stretch, palms up, elbows in, squeeze those shoulders back. If you guys have watched our other videos, this is one of my big 3 exercises that we have each patient, that we teach each patient. We educate them on this exercise to really help increase that upper thoracic extensibility, okay? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's appointment. Brian's got a little paper up here on his head. We'll get that off for you right there. There you go. We'll see you guys on future videos.